I read this reply from you and I decided I have to right away open XSplit and upload a video response to this bullshit. Blew my cover, I said bullshit. Okay. I'd rather disregard your book knowing that you can't do basic research on self-publishing. How do you know that? What makes you think I didn't try? Right from the get-go, you're fucked. You didn't ask me any questions about that. What makes you think I didn't? Or well, you say you know I didn't, but how do you know? It ever occurred to you that maybe I can't afford it? Maybe that's one of the reasons I decided to try and write a book and record it into an audiobook to maybe make a few dollars, so that maybe any other projects decide to come to mind and I decide to take on, I'll have the money to do that. Maybe I can make it better. I'll also point out that I looked into audible.com, but one of the questions is regarding the royalties. I have a choice. They provide a choice of royalties. They provide a choice. And those choices, what makes this even more odd than having that choice, is that the options are either 40 or 70%. Which means, I don't know which is which means I can decide whether I want half my royalties, or well, less than half, or give Audible most of my royalties for the work I've done. I can just let a mega corporation have the most of my money on an effort that I made. And a lot of people seem to go for that for some fucking reason. I'll add to this that I decided to contact a few web design companies a few years ago, not only because of Audible's bullshit, but also because of YouTube, asking them if they could make me a website of my own where I could sell audiobooks, like replace audible.com, but nobody would do it. And I started working on one myself, but I got engaged in another project. I could do it. It's just a lot of work to do. And the reality is also that how many people would even bother if I did? And the same goes for YouTube. We all know YouTube is shit. And I was interested in creating a website of my own to replace YouTube, but I doubt any of you assholes would bother with it if I did. That's how stupid you people are. You complain and complain, but you don't do anything to solve problems. Books require research. You're not writing fiction. Whatever that's about. I don't even know what that means. I'm aware that I'm not writing fiction. Books require research. What kind of research? What are you talking about? The fuck? So, that reply is complete garbage. Now you wrote another one here. You have nothing about this book prominently displayed on your channel. Your About tab, which doesn't mention it, and your inability to title videos properly is a bit of a signal. Now, the problem here is that I had the banner on my channel promoting both of my audiobooks. Not my About tab, but also at the beginning of most of my videos. But I stopped doing that and I took the banner down because, again, I was ignored. You seem to forget that. I wrote the Donald Trump book back. I finished it in 2019. It is now 2023. I had it up for about a year and I gave up because you people are fucking stupid. Well, later on you mentioned all these names of authors that you've read, and aside from that, a lot of people reference names like George Carlin, George Orwell, Bill Burr, among others. But yet, nothing seems to change in America for some reason for the better. I wonder why that is. You guys, from what I've observed, all you guys want to do is gather around YouTube videos while those uploaders, the left-wing pundits, beg and 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 beg for fucking donations from you guys, while you guys sit there and jerk off into fucking commentary, agreeing with each other and giving each other massive heaps of thumbs up. I'm not going to mention any names either. So, while you say that people here are not going to take discussion of mystical / supernatural and unusual beliefs seriously when it comes to political books, you don't do anything. You don't take anything seriously. You come online, YouTube in particular, and you point out the hypocrisies, double standards, and all of the bullshit that the Republicans are guilty of. And you jerk each other off with thumbs up. You worship each other. And what's that going to do? You're complaining that America is going downhill and going to shit, and that's the best you guys can fucking do. Aside from preach voting blue. Many of you scream to the top of your lungs from the top of the mountain to vote blue, and then you go and protest because the people you elect aren't doing as they promised you, which is why you voted for them. And that's all. That's as far as it goes. And then you go on about this mystical, supernatural. Well, what are you even talking about there? Because as far as I know, mostly the right wing and some of the left wing have infused religion into politics. Is religion not supernatural and mystical and unusual? What does that even mean? And you don't even know what I mentioned in my book. You're barking up the wrong tree here. Obviously I fucking am. Because I thought maybe people would be interested in an alternative perspective on things. I don't know what any of these guys do, these names, but I don't know what they've written about. I know of Wolf. He's a socialist, but I even mentioned many times that this, what specifically my book talks about. The Donald Trump book. And, well, again, though, you've read all these people, and yet you still type me these stupid fucking replies. And I'll tell you this right now, based on all this, I don't want you buying my fucking books. I don't trust your fucking feedback, if you bothered to. You're stupid. All these bullshit excuses. As for my video titles, well, I didn't put a lot of effort into those. Most of my videos, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I didn't try to come up with some great fucking title for any of them, and a lot of them are only individual responses to people, particularly on Getter. So that's a straw man right there. And you probably didn't even click on them to actually hear what I had to fucking say. Maybe you can learn something. And I should also mention, aside from going back to your other reply about my book from research or whatever you said there, I also have samples and videos. Well, of course, you probably ignored them because the videos weren't appealing enough to you. Because you're a fucking dipshit. It's a saturated market. Well, what's your point? A lot of things are saturated. It didn't stop you from reading all these different authors. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9. That's a lot of authors. So what? You didn't even ask me what specifically my book is about. As I've decided to come to YouTube and promote it. All you do is make up bullshit strawman excuses against it. You don't even know what I say in my books. You don't even know what the fuck you know. You don't know anything about either of my audiobooks. Why would I want to read yours when I have heavyweight authors? What makes you don't know anything about me? And people formally involved. So? That's me. How does that... You guys complain about the government. Why would you buy books from the motherfuckers? Fucking dope. Well, this would be why I'm not selling books, because you people are fucking dumb. I mean, look at the state of America. That's evidence enough. That should, well, obviously, I mean, you guys refer to all these people. Like I say, you guys are all just fucking talk and no action. You don't learn from anybody. You don't put anything into action. You just sit there and whine. Now you're whining about me, making shit up as you go along. Go fuck yourself, Tara.